Okay, let's try something. When you picture a millionaire trader, what do you see? Probably some guy screaming into a phone, right? Taking these massive, heart-pounding risks, a total financial daredevil. Well, today we're going to flip that entire image completely on its head.
So let's just dive right in. What if that whole idea of the successful trader being this brave risk taker, the one who wins big by betting it all, what if it's actually a total myth? What if the real winners are playing a completely different game?
You know the type. We've all seen this archetype in the movies, the brave warrior trader. This is the person who's always swinging for the fences, hunting for that one incredible, life-changing trade that's supposed to make them a legend. It's dramatic, it's exciting, and as it turns out, it's pretty much fiction. To really get this, let's compare two different traders. On one side, you've got Home Run Harry. His goal is simple, huge profits. His strategy? Big, flashy risks. He's our brave warrior. But then, on the other side, we have Single Sally. Her goal is way more fundamental, just to survive. Her strategy is all about careful risk management. She might seem kind of boring by comparison, maybe even like a coward. But the real question is, who actually wins in the long run? And this question brings us to a really important idea, the self-sabotage trap. This is where we're going to break down exactly why Home Run Harry's brave approach is so deeply flawed and, why it so often leads to failure. And here's the hard truth, just plain and simple. When your entire strategy is about chasing those spectacular home runs, you dramatically increase your chances of striking out. And I don't just mean for the day, I mean striking out for good. It's a path to ruin way more often than it's a path to riches. Now, there's a fascinating psychological principle that explains this whole pattern. It's called the backwards law, and the concept is incredibly powerful. The more you desperately try to force a specific outcome, the more you unintentionally end up sabotaging your own efforts. Let's apply that directly to trading. This quote just nails it. The more you need a trade to work, the more likely you are to sabotage it. That feeling of desperation, that need for this one thing to succeed, it just clouds your judgment. It makes you emotional, you second-guess your plan, and ultimately you make terrible decisions.
And think about it, this isn't just about trading, is it? I mean, have you ever felt this in your own life? The more you needed that job interview to go perfectly or that big presentation to be a hit, the more intense the pressure got. And the more you felt like you were just getting in your own way. Yeah, that's the backwards law at work.
So, if the brave approach is basically a psychological trap, what's the solution? Well, this brings us to the Millionaire's cowardly edge, where we're going to see how survival ultimately beats bravery every single time. So here's the crucial point. The secret to long-term success isn't about trying to make the most money possible on any single trade. It's about making absolutely sure you can live to trade another day. The number one priority is just maximizing survival. And this is the perfect analogy for the winning strategy. Successful traders, the Single Sallys of the world, they're not swinging for the fences. They're not waiting around for some miracle pitch. Nope. They just focus on hitting consistent, predictable, and sometimes boring singles. Because small, steady gains are what build real, lasting wealth, not the wild, desperate gambles. You can really break this winning strategy down into a simple three-step process. Step 1, and it's the most important one, prioritize survival above all else. Before you even think about profit, you think about not losing. Step 2, you aim for those consistent singles. And step 3, you do everything in your power to avoid the big loss, that one catastrophic trade that can wipe you out completely. It's defense first, always. Okay, so what's the big idea to take away from all this? If there's one thing to remember, let it be this. In the world of high-stakes performance, playing to survive is playing to win. So let's do a quick recap. We started by busting the myth of the brave warrior trader. We saw that the reality is way quieter. Prioritizing survival is the actual key to winning in the long run. We explored that psychological trap, the backwards law, which causes us to self-sabotage under pressure. And then we discovered the real edge, the millionaire's coward's edge, which is all about winning by focusing on not losing. So the next time you picture a successful trader, forget that image of the brave warrior. The real archetype of success is the disciplined survivor, the one who stays in the game by managing risk, staying calm, and living to fight another day and another and another. And this leads me to a final question for you, because this whole idea goes way beyond the trading floor. It applies to our careers, our personal projects, even our relationships. So take a moment and ask yourself, where else in your life could adopting that coward's edge, prioritizing survival and consistency over some big risky gamble, actually be the smartest path to victory?